Hello everyone, welcome to this edition of the Love More Project TV. I'm your host, Megan Gala, founder of the Love More Project. In today's episode, we're going to be discussing how to use oracle cards. So the deck I've chosen today is Doreen Virtue's Goddess Oracle card deck. And it was really arbitrary, the reason why I selected this deck. It was the one that was talking to me this morning. So I grabbed it out of my pile. Now, what I mean by talking to me, it's really an intuitive thing. I have a whole selection, and this is just some of the oracle cards that I use. But I go through every morning and I see, which deck is talking to me. I can run my hand over the basket and see if any of them pop out at me energetically. There may be one that catches my eye. There may be one that just says, pick me. And it's just really allowing yourself to use that exercise every morning as a way of strengthening your own intuition and your trusting of your intuition. It's really not a big deal. You can't pick a wrong deck. And so it's really a nice opportunity for you to say, you know what, there's something about this that's jiving with me, or there's something about this deck that isn't jiving with me, and I'm going to honor that, and I'm going to, move forward with my intuition. So just a little side note on one of the ways you can pick up your deck. What we talked about on the show, and this is a dovetail off the conversation that Paula Bars and I had on our radio show Everyday Wisdom with Megan and Paul. We did a whole show about oracle cards and how you can use them for self-empowerment, and I would really advise you to check that out once you learn how to pick your deck. And we go into more detail about that as well on the show. And that's available at Blog Talk Radio. You can check that out on our website, thelovemoreproject.com. Anyway, let's get back to oracle cards. Enough plugging. So say you're at a metaphysical bookstore or just an average bookstore and you're looking for a deck of oracle cards. So one thing I would advise you to do is, if you have the opportunity and the store allows it, look through a sample deck. And when you have your sample deck, you can just open it up. You can fan out the cards, see which ones resonate with you. If you like the pictures, if you like the feeling of the deck, if you like the images. If you don't, if there's something in there that you're just like, this isn't really working for me, go ahead and put it back and try another deck that you're vibing with. It's all about, there's really no wrong or right way to pick an oracle card deck, and there's really no wrong or right deck. So it's really this wonderful opportunity for you to explore what it is and how it is that your intuition works for you. So you've fanned out your deck, you find the one that you just love, and you've brought it home. What do you do now? Well, first thing that I would suggest doing is clearing the energy of the deck. And that involves just a very simple process so that it enables you to have your energy imbued in the deck and your intentions imbued into the deck, so that nobody else's energy, maybe other people who handled it in the store, maybe people from the manufacturer, from the shipping, all that energy can be infused into your deck. And so you just want to clear it so you can start fresh, so that you can learn how this deck communicates with you and how you communicate with this deck, and know that it's only your energy in the deck. So the first step that I would invite you to do when you bring home your new baby oracle card deck is you knock it 3 times. And this allows any previous energy to be cleared from the deck. And now these are tools that I've learned from Doreen Virtue and other teachers. And so I'm just passing them on to you. I kind of mix and match. I'm very postmodern in that way. So I mix and match what works for me and what doesn't work for me. So I knock my deck 3 times. And then again, like when we were in the store, I fan out each card so that I can touch and look at each card. And since I have small hands, they kind of all get clumped together like this, but it works. Then I bring my fan of oracle card decks, imbuing my intention into each one, and I bring it up to my heart center. And then I put in whatever intentions I want to receive from this deck and how I want to use this deck. So for me, one of my strongest intentions with every oracle card deck that I use is that it gives clear, concise, uplifting, inspiring, empowering readings to whoever's receiving the reading. And this could be myself or a client or a friend. I just want the most high-level wisdom to come out of this deck. I want to feel connected to source. I want to feel connected to spirit. I want to feel uplifted, inspired, enthusiastic, and joyful after a reading. And I want to feel like it's correct and accurate. So whatever intentions you have for the deck, you can be very specific, you can be very vague, that you want loving messages to come through, that you want to communicate on this particular deck. It would be appropriate. You want to connect to the goddess energy and the divine feminine flame. If you have a fairy deck, you want to learn how to support Mother Earth more or connect to the fairy realm. Whatever it is that you desire to connect with and communicate with through your oracle card decks, by all means infuse that intention into your deck when you're clearing it and then charging it with your desires. So you've cleared the deck, you've charged the deck, then what do? It's really up to you at this point. One thing that you could do is pull a card for yourself every day. So like I said, each morning I pick an oracle card deck and I decide which one works for me that day, which energy line wants to be infused with me for that day, and then I just shuffle the deck. And if any cards fall out of the deck or fly out of the deck or jump ship, then you know you need to pay attention to those cards, because those are obviously really talking to you because they want to get your attention in a big way. Now, if you're clumsy like me and you just happen to lose concentration and you drop a bunch of cards on the floor, that doesn't really count. But if you're shuffling and one just kind of whoop, pops out, that's the one you need to pay attention to. So we're setting the intention that we're going to find out which energy line wants to come through in this video today that will receive the most benefit for individuals watching, that'll help inspire and uplift everyone to communicate more thoroughly with their spirit guides and with their higher self and with Source, whoever it is you want to talk to through your oracle cards. So you just kind of listen again. It's all about feeling. It's all about really honoring and honing into that intuitive gut feeling when we're working with our decks. So you stop when you feel ready to stop. You may want to pull a card from the center of the deck. Sometimes when I feel it's not the top card but a more middle card like this one, I'll just pull it from the center of the deck. So today's oracle card we got was Hathor, receptivity. And what she's telling me is that she wants everyone to become more receptive to their intuitive gifts, opening you up to all these wonderful tools, whether they're oracle cards, automatic writing, meditation, channeling, whatever it is that floats your boat and gets you connected to Source. But be receptive to what those tools are, and be receptive ultimately to what Source is telling you. And allow yourself to open up to this new avenue of spirituality and this new avenue of empowerment and joy. I hope this has been helpful to you. I really do enjoy working with my oracle cards, and I hope that you will too. If you have any questions about what we've discussed today in the show, again, you can feel free to listen to Paula Bars and my show Everyday Wisdom on Blog Talk Radio. And we have details for that at thelovemoreproject.com. It is available on archive, so you can check it out. And if you have any further questions, you can always contact me through Facebook. The Love More Project has a page there, as do I, and you can always email me through thelovemoreproject.com. Anyway, have a beautiful day, blessings, and namaste, and enjoy your oracle cards.